Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Time right now to tap into the tech world with our tech expert, Tienus Jansen van Rensburg. And we're talking about our biological clocks, which determine how our bodies behave, from the way we eat, when we eat, and when we sleep. And this is why researchers believe that medicine would be more effective if it were practiced according to what is called our circadian clocks. Got me question marks all over my head, like, what is that? But that's why he's here to unpack it for us, man. How are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Excellent. So the circadian clock, and what exactly is circadian medicine?
Right, so I mean, we all have our own what's called circadian rhythms. So us as primates, we are generally sleeping at night, we're awake during the day. That's why we are hungry at certain times of the day. And these rhythms, our daily rhythms, have a big impact on how we live our daily lives.
Absolutely, so, and that's what the focus of circadian medicine then is.
Exactly, so the medicine, what they're trying to prove now, and what they're starting to prove, is that if you take certain medicines, have certain treatments, have surgeries at certain times of the day, it can be more effective just because of the way that our circadian rhythms work.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so if you have a certain illness, you might have to take your medicine at a certain time in your circadian rhythm rather than 8 o'clock in the morning, for example.
So then how do you go about testing someone's circadian rhythm or their circadian clock, biological clock?
Right, so it gets a little bit more complicated there.
I can imagine, yeah.
So, as I said, it's all to do with your genome.
Yes.
So what they had to do in the past was every 30 minutes they had to take your blood sugar levels, do some blood test, look at your brain waves.
Yeah.
And that'll give them an idea. There is now a new branch of this field where they can actually just take one blood test once a day, and they're trying to extrapolate from our genome how our circadian rhythms work.
Okay, and obviously this is a new field of medicine, exploratory medicine, if you will. It must face a lot of challenges. It doesn't sound like something that's going to pick up overnight.
Right.
Well, what are some of the big challenges they're facing?
Yeah, exactly. So your doctor isn't, if you've got a flu, it's not going to tell you tomorrow, take your medicine when just after you wake up, for example. Yeah. It is still in the early days, but they're starting to map out our genomes in a very specific way to look at how our rhythms work, and now they've started to map that against the different medicines that we already have. Okay. So first of all, they're going to try to map out of the medicines we have, when does it work best with our circadian rhythms, and then obviously for future treatments, there's a lot of advancements being made. Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly how far in depth you've gone into the research, but is it as unique as each individual human being, or is it as grouped, if you will, as, let's say, blood groups? If people that are A positive or with a specific genome would have that kind of circadian clock, and therefore this kind of medicinal practice would apply?
Yeah, it's more to do with your actual genome. So a lot of us have certain genes in common.
Yes, exactly.
And people with certain groups of genes that are grouped together in a certain way will have very similar circadian rhythms.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. It's very exciting stuff in the field of medicine that's evolving. Thank you for bringing us the news. And of course, you at home can link up with us and let us know which stories from the world of technology and medicinal technology have caught your attention. When you do share them with us, please use #ExpressoShow.